For this next section, we're going to be using the Spectra tab. When you're in the Spectras tab at this point, you should see 10 spectra already collected. If you haven't collected all 10, you'll need to go back to the star map, click on the regions where you're missing stars, click on our Cepheid stars, hit Collect Data, and hit Record Spectrum. You don't have to wait for the graph to finish. You can click Done, go to the next star, hit Collect Data, and hit Record Spectrum again. As soon as it appears here, it will appear on your spectra list here. So we now have the spectra, all 10 of them that we've collected, with the name of the star. The name of the star is going to be a letter and 3 digits to tell you which star it is. We also have a reference spectra up here, which is what that star's spectra would look like if it's not moving at all. All Cepheids have about the same composition, so we can see this reference right here. To take a look at these, you can drag any star up to the top. So for right now, I'm going to go ahead and grab E429 and drag it here. Okay? You'll see that both the reference and the star I'm observing spectra have these probes, and I can move those to line up with the line. Now that looks pretty close, but it's important to zoom in, and this will zoom in on your probes, and you can see there's just a little bit off, okay? And also, when I look closer, you can see there's 2 lines there. So you need to make sure that you're on the same one. I'm going to put it on this wider line today. They should be shifted the same amount, but you can look and then zoom in again and make sure you're close again. And once you've zoomed in 3 times, that's about as good as you're going to get. Okay, so you can calculate the redshift just using those. So you can see that this stars line has moved further to the red side than the reference. To save you all a little bit of math, we can turn on the redshift calculator, and it's going to show you the equation, which is the wavelength of the observed star divided by the wavelength of the reference star minus 1. Okay, and you can see it does that over here for you now. So the redshift that we're seeing for this is 0.0027 or 27/10,000. And that's what we would record on our data sheet. So mine's still blank, but if I had this and say this was the column for that star, I'd put 0.0027. Also make sure that you have that on the data sheet for each one of these 10 stars. I'm going to zoom back out, and I can drag this star back to the bank and drag the next star on my data sheet in, and I can repeat the process. Now I won't have to move it. It should stay pretty close together, but I still want to zoom in 3 times to make sure I'm as accurate as I can be. And I see that this star has a redshift of 0.0015 or 15/10,000. Okay, so make sure that that is on your data sheet, and it won't be as important that it's in the Gizmo data this time.